And today we'll be making some quinoa with sauteed white mushroom, yellow squash, and zucchini. We'll be using parsley, garlic, scallion, also known as green onion, red pepper, green pepper, and some onion. And we also have some butter. And so we will start by doing our quinoa. The quinoa is already pre-washed, and I am using olive oil for the quinoa, and the quinoa should take about 15 minutes to make. So we'll start with our extra virgin olive oil, and I will add a tad of butter in it. I will also add some onions and some scallion, also known as green onion. And the quinoa is very easy to prepare. So I will be using about 2 cups of water and a little bit of sea salt. And once that mixture is in the pot, we'll cover it and let it simmer for about 15 minutes. And we'll get working on our vegetable. I'll put the fire. So I'm letting the onion and the green onion go for maybe 2 more seconds, and we'll add our water. Alright, we can add our water now. About 2 cups of water, and the quinoa is 1 cup. We'll season with a little bit of salt, and I'm using sea salt, and we'll let that come to a, once it boils, we'll add our quinoa. Now that our water is coming together, so I'll be adding the quinoa, and the quinoa has already been pre-washed. It's about 1 cup of quinoa and to about 2 cups of water. So 1 cup of quinoa, 2 cups of water. You can also use vegetable broth or chicken broth to make your quinoa if you don't want to use plain water. So we'll let the quinoa, as soon as the water resides, we'll cover it and let it simmer for about 15 minutes. Now that the quinoa, the water has been reduced, we will lower the fire and we'll let it simmer for about 15 minutes. So we'll cover it, we'll put our fire on low, and we'll let it reduce for about 15 minutes. Now that the quinoa is simmering, so we'll start working on the sauteed vegetables. We'll be using yellow squash, white mushroom, and zucchini. So that's what we are going to make to go along with the quinoa. So the oil, so I start putting some oil in the pan. I'm actually going to use grapeseed oil to saute our vegetables. So I already added some oil in the pan. And also I'll add a little bit of butter to the oil, the same way I did with the quinoa. I'll lower my fire because So to start, I have some diced garlic that I will be adding. Some already diced onions. And I don't want that to burn, so I actually have the fire on low. And I will also add some scallion, also known as green onion. And we'll start adding our vegetables. So I'll have the white mushroom go first. And you could use any vegetable that you like when you're sauteing. And quinoa goes very great with veggie. So I'll just add all my vegetables. So we are mixing the vegetable. I have the white onion in there. I have the white mushroom, the yellow squash, and the zucchini. So we'll start seasoning it. I'll add some cayenne pepper. I will add a little bit of cloves. It's actually ground cloves, a little bit of ground cloves. Some ground ginger. I like ginger. And some sea salt. Not too much salt because you don't want your vegetable to be salty. And I will mix it all together. It smells really great. And we have our red pepper, we'll add for color. And we have the green pepper. And we'll mix. It's still going. So I'll taste it to make sure that we have enough salt. So I'll add a little bit more salt to it, not too much. So we'll let this go for about 3 more minutes. We want our vegetables to still be crunchy. Let me taste it a little bit so I can add some salt to see. Perfect. So there's 2 more things that I will be adding. I really like pepper, so I'm going to add a few drops of crushed pepper. Oops, for some reason I can't open this. There we go. So a few of red crushed pepper. It really gives it a kick. And we'll be adding some parsley at the end. Voila! Here goes the sauteed vegetable with quinoa. There we have it, the finished product. Quinoa with sauteed vegetable. We've used white mushroom, yellow squash, and zucchini with seasoning. If you like this video, please like it and also take some time to view my other videos and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.